All right, guys, today we're going to get started with those silhouette value paintings. We're going to start off first of all by picking out an image that you like. I have about 30 of them I printed off, so you go find one that you like. And then what we're going to do is we're going to put this image on here. We're going to use an old technique, a transfer technique, and you're going to take a pencil and you're going to scribble the back. There might be some that already have some scribbling on it. It's okay to use those if you have them. Once you get that scribbling done, you're going to put it on your finished paper. So this is my good paper we're going to paint on. And I'm going to go landscape with this. You could go portrait, but I like it this way for this image. I'm going to take a little piece of tape and I'm going to tape it right on the top just so it doesn't move. Okay, we don't want this image to move while we're tracing it. Next, we're going to take a pencil and you're going to go around the edges and you're going to trace it. Okay, you're going to go very carefully right around the edge of that image. Now, while you're working with it, you might want to peek underneath to see if it works out. And I just got done with mine and it showed up pretty good underneath. You could probably see that right there. Now, when you take it off, be careful the tape doesn't rip your paper. Now what I like to do is I'll take this tape off, and then if the image is still pretty good, you can go put it back in the hallway and somebody else could use that picture. After this, we're going to use a Sharpie marker to outline it. This will help keep the edges nice and clean. Now what you would do is you're going to go around the edges like so, and once you get it Sharpie outlined, you're going to take some black paint and a smaller brush, and you're going to paint on the inside here. So I'm going to get started here. Go right up to that Sharpie line. Use the edge of your brush to get those nice clean edges. Okay, so I want to work my way right up to the edge, and the Sharpie line is actually the edge of your image. This is just kind of fill in the inside. You have to be very careful in certain areas. When I work up here, I might have to go a little bit smaller of a brush, or I might even just fill it in with the Sharpie to create that black look. It'll get you a little more detail there. All right, guys, the next step here is to divide it and do an echo line around your image. So I want to try to get at least 5 lines to come around here so we can separate it into those different values. So I'm going to start off here. I'm going to go off about a finger's width away from your image. Now here on this one, it's a little tricky, but I might come a little bit inside of this one. And I'm just going to do an echo line. You don't have to get every little detail, but you're going to go around it very carefully. This I'm just going to keep like that, around, come up inside there, and then go right here. Okay, so that's my first line that I'm doing around for my echo line. I am not even going to paint this area here. I'm going to leave it alone. I'm going to leave this white. Okay, so I'm going to go out a little bit more, about the distance, about your finger, and then you're going to do your you're ready to start adding some paint in, you have to think about your value scale from last time. So if you remember this sheet here, I'm going to do orange in mine. So the true hue is the color that is not mixed. It's right out of the bottle. We're going to start with that one. And so think about this as a value scale that goes from, so this one's white, so you don't do it, but this one's the first one here, and this one goes here. All right, here's a true hue, and then it gets the shading out here. So based off of that, I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so I'm good there. I've got to have at least 5. You might have 6 or 7 though, which is fine as well. I'm going to start with my true hue, so I'm going to count out 1, 2, 3. I'm going to put a little X there. And then I know that this is where I'm going to start off with my true hue. And I'm going to paint this one in orange right out of the bottle. And then I'm going to add a little white to it to work my way this way until I have a really light orange. And then I clean my brush out, and then I'm going to do shades, and I'm going to work my way out right here, all the way out here until it gets really dark with those. I was just able to get done painting my work here today. I started with that middle one right there, did my tints this way, and then shades. So I just got finished, still a little wet. I do recommend that you use like a paper towel or a messy mat off the edges when you're painting those in.